Well, good morning to you. Welcome into a Friday. It is the third day of September for 2021. And just a little, what would we call it? Not a caveat, just a little word of warning. That would be good. A word of warning this morning. Of course, I'm in broadcasting from my house, and I'm going to tell you there's a lot going on this Friday. Oh, by the way, I am Dan Gresham. This is my house, hence Dan's at-home update. I've got vacuum cleaners running in the other room, and there's nobody here but me. Do you have those? The iRobot? There's one in there running around, bumping into walls, going under couches. Okay, fine with me. One less thing that I have to do, vacuum, or the wife has to do. So those run in our house. I have 3 dogs. That's right. Count them 3. Probably too many, but they're our dogs. We love them. They're in running around barking. So you may hear them as well. I just wanted you to know that going forward, if you hear strange sounds, it's not just me. The animals, the vacuums, the robots, they're all working this morning. Hope you have a good day started for yourself. Mine was a struggle. I have to be honest. I've been doing the same thing at the same place for a long time. I have missed in my entire 35 years morning shows. One time I actually slept through the entire show. I admit it. I had this sterling record until about 2 years ago. And I don't know what happened. The alarm didn't go off. I silenced my phone. Nobody could get a hold of me. I woke up the show ends at 9. I woke up at 9:05. So one time so I figured that's a pretty good average, but here is late. I don't know. I am struggling to get up when the alarm goes off. This morning, same thing. So I don't think I set it. I think that was my problem. Too many things going on at bedtime. So I hear the phone. My phone is on silent because it's sitting in a stand, though. I can hear it vibrating. I'm like, what is, you know how it is when you're asleep. What is that? Where's that coming from? I look over there, and as soon as I look over, I know I've overslept. I have overslept. Then the question becomes, how much have you overslept, right? Have I overslept to the point that I'm in danger of losing my job? Or have I just overslept a little bit and my coworker, we have a pretty good deal going, with my coworkers. I've always had this throughout the years. We always say to each other, you ask, okay, if you're not here by, do you want me to call? And my answer is not just yes, but hell yes, because if I haven't gotten here by the set time, something's going on. And we also do it for safety reasons. We work at some very strange hours, so I'm concerned about the people that I work with. And if they're not there, I can think something happened. Unfortunately, we have lost people early in the morning, to traffic accidents, among other things. And you just want to check them. So this morning, Jillian, kind enough to call me when I'm 30 minutes late and say, I know it's a holiday because we were getting Friday and Monday off. I know it's a holiday, but you didn't say anything about taking off. You're coming in, right? I said, I am now. So I jumped up, ran through the shower, got to work, and hey, here we are now, all those hours later. So I'm hoping that yours gets off to a better start than mine did. Yes, this is a Facebook post. It's also a YouTube post. We have a channel, Dan's at Home. You can subscribe. You can watch these morning updates there or on Facebook. We ask you to do a couple of things for us. Pretty easy. One is, if you have a thought, if you want to say good morning, if you want to tell us where you're watching from, all you have to do is comment like you would on any other Facebook post. I can see them. I can share them. I'll even show you that I can do that. There we go. Miriam's up this morning. Good morning, Nina. Also Nikki this morning, Juanita, David. Esther is up this morning. Kim. Also Tammy, good morning to you. Tom, good morning. I don't know where you are, Illinois, I'm assuming, but you could be here. Morning, Pam. Hi, Kenneth. So in other words, I see your comments. You can tell me good morning. You can tell me where you're watching from. You can tell me what's bothering you. You can tell me what your likes or dislikes are. It doesn't matter. It's just our way to communicate and talk to each other, right? As casual as we possibly can. That's the whole point of doing this from home, is that we don't have to pretend that it's a formal newscast. It's just me and you having some conversation. Second thing is, if you don't mind, it only takes a second, but when you see posts that you like on Facebook, take just a second to hit that thumbs up button, the like button, because it means a lot to those people who are producing the content. Because not only does it mean, hey, somebody's actually watching, but it also means that you cared enough, to hit the button. And then it also matters because that's how Facebook decides how many people are watching what program and whether or not it should pop up. It's very complicated. They're called algorithms. It's why you see more people than you see others on your news feed for whatever reason. But again, a thumbs up, a like would be very much appreciated. Whitney Dixon says, good morning, watching from work. I'm not telling if you're, going to get in trouble there, Whitney. Nina says, good morning. She's at the gym. Hi, Nina. Judy Ayers. Old news, but I like clean shaven Dan. Well, that's good, because clean shaven Dan, I think, is here to stay for a while. Maybe till retirement. Good morning, Dan. Hope you have a blessed day. We're here in Viter. Good morning, Becca and Brandon. Hope you guys have a great holiday. And it is a holiday. Hi, Deborah. It is a holiday. It's Labor Day. Very insignificant holiday. So that being said, a lot of people are making plans. Maybe you're planning on doing nothing, but maybe you're also planning on going to the beach, going to the lake, getting into the backyard, having family over. You're going to want to pay, at least today, attention to what's happening in the weather, because there is a chance of showers. Let's go to kfdm.com this morning, our first stop on the internet, and we will show you that we already have some showers that are popping up this morning. If we just go right there to weather, and then we can go to radar, which is right there. You can either do it. There you go. It will take us to our interactive radar. And you will see that most of the activity down along the coast this morning, but there's a pretty good amount of it. And guess what direction it's going? Yeah, you can find out, hit the arrow button when you go to kfdm.com. It'll put it into motion. It creates a slideshow, which is what this is, capturing frames ever so often until suddenly it becomes a moving picture, right? So now you can look at it, and it's going to take you all the way back. I am not sure how far this one goes back. I should have looked, but it takes you all the way to the current radar image. Okay, it goes all the way back to 3:55. So it's about 6 hours all captured. And with this interactive, you can go out. I want to see what's happening in the Gulf. Is it really moving this way? Or if you want to know specifically what's happening near your house, then zoom in, and you can take it almost all the way down to street level. Whoops. If you go too far, it will bounce back the other direction. Sorry. We don't want to be quite that far out, although it is kind of cool when you go that far out, and then you can see what's happening in other parts of the world. But you got to grab it and bring it down a little bit further. All right, you get the idea. You can go and play with it yourself. You can look at what's happening across the country, or you can look at what's happening in your backyard. It's just that simple. Doppler radar. And again, this morning, most of those showers down along the coast, but they are in fact building and moving to the north. Speaking of kfdm.com, go back to the homepage, and we'll take you all the way back and reset so you can check out what's happening this morning. Biggest stories of the day. Go on to the front page, of course. But I'm pointing to a story this morning that I think you may have missed if you were not paying attention. And that was the fact that we're seeing a rapid rise of COVID cases among school-age children. And you may be saying, well, no kidding. We had our 6th school district announce closures today because of that. But I think this is significant because when this pandemic started, we weren't talking about kids. We were talking about old people like me. We were saying, if you're over 60, if you're over 65, you need to be concerned because this, and now we're looking at this. According to the Beaumont Public Health Department, the week of August the 18th to the 23rd, the age group 14 to 17 represented 16% of the total cases. The following week, that same age group went to 28% of the cases, and the number is still continuing to rise. That should be of concern. Also this morning, if you missed it, I mentioned a 6th school district has decided they are going to cancel classes. Jasper ISD, the latest. Here is the note they sent out yesterday from their superintendent, stating that all extracurricular activities, football games, practices, band, cheerleading, volleyball, soccer, all canceled for this closure period, which is going to last from today until Monday, September the 13th. You know, you can see the infected individuals, quarantine process. Everything is there. There will be no remote instruction because the Texas Education Agency said we're not going to do that this year. So now districts are scrambling, trying to figure out, what do you do? Do you burn some of those weather days? Do you burn some of the days that you build into your calendar, you know, for weather events? But they have mandated that there will be no instruction remotely. All right, at least to this point. Here's my question for you. In the light of the fact that we have now seen 6 school districts across Southeast Texas who have said, for a lot of them, it comes down to the fact that it's instructional, right? If you get enough teachers who become positive and test positive and they have to be removed from the process, it affects a whole lot of kids. Have you seen any school district who has said, this is what we're going to do to prevent this from happening in the future? I know some of them said, you know, this is what we're going to do to we're going to deep clean. And I'm all for deep cleaning, but is that really going to prevent this? Or do we have a cycle in motion here that's just going to continue to happen? You're putting a lot of people, small space, numbers. Are they just going to work against school districts? And what can they possibly do that would circumvent this problem and keep it from happening again? Again, other than saying we're deep cleaning, I have not seen a whole lot of answers to that question. So if you've seen some, please share them with me. And, you know, I'll be glad to share them with everyone else. All right, let's go. Also this morning, while we're talking, I do want you to know that if you're concerned that maybe somebody in your family has COVID and you don't want it to be spread, or you're concerned about, you know, somebody in your family getting it, free COVID testing is available. I don't care if you're living in Jasper. I don't care if you're living in Hoboken, New Jersey. I can almost assure you somewhere in your community, someone is offering no charge to you testing. Now, some of it might be readily available and easy to get to. Jefferson County actually has a mobile lab that's going all over the county that's doing it. You can find a list of the different sites by going to our website, kfdm.com. Others, you may have to call the county health department and say, I need a COVID test. Where do I go? What do I need to do? But they can tell you. Why would you want to send your kid back to school if they're positive? It's happening. I'm just saying it's out there. The other thing, just to show you the recent numbers, this is from Texas Tribune. Nearly 4,200 Texans have died of COVID-19 in the last month. Overall toll, 56,000. You can say, yeah, but Dan, come on. They had underlying health issues. Yes, they did have underlying health issues, but COVID pushed them over the edge. You know, that's what made the difference between life or death. And we keep saying that, but ask the family members, they have still passed on. To some degree, it's kind of, to me, it seems like it's a little bit insulting when we say that, but I understand it is what we would call a qualifier, right? Saying, yes, they died, but they're still dead, but. So again, be careful when you use that. I understand where people are going with it. I understand why they say it. But again, it is an important number to look at. All right. I want to move on. It's Friday. I don't want to spend all of our time talking about very heavy things. So let's enjoy a couple of items real quick before I let you go this morning. One is, I don't know if you know, do you know who Dale Hansen is? Dale Hansen, I have known Dale Hansen, and Dale Hansen wouldn't know me from Adam, but I have known Dale. I have met him several times. I have been in the same media that he's in the same state that he's in for a long time. And we have a lot of mutual friends in the business, but he wouldn't know me from Adam. But I have been a fan of Dale Hansen for a very long time because I always thought of him as, I don't know, a very outspoken sportscaster for one thing. So I respected him for that. But he has also become known as somewhat of a, if you will, a lightning rod for his commentaries that he has posted. Yeah, the sports guy doing commentary. But anyway, Dale is done. Would that be the headline? Dale is done. After 38 years there in Dallas-Fort Worth, of covering the Dallas Cowboys, among other things, he's calling it a day. 73 years old, he's going to retire and step away if he can. And he's honest enough to say, I've been doing this a long time. I like that adrenaline rush. I like having the platform, but he is going to try. And it's a great story in Texas Monthly. It doesn't cost you anything. Their subscription is free to the end of the year. And you're really not subscribing. They're just letting you read it for now. So go in and read it. I'm telling you, it's a good read. He's a very interesting man. You can watch. You don't have to agree with his commentaries, but at least he's there. He's making them. And you can go and read them, read what he says, read about his career, read about his time with the Dallas Cowboys. And like I say, to me, it's well worth the time. 38 years in one market is a lot. And of course, in that market, maybe even more. But it's a good article. I wound up there because I was actually searching for this story, which is the story of Southeast Texas, 1701 barbecue. If you're not familiar, it is in Beaumont, just like you're going downtown. You can't help but see it. It's where they have the line standing around the corner. I have to admit, as much as I am a huge barbecue fan, I have had barbecue all over this great state. I have ridden motorcycles with friends and with a mission simply to eat barbecue as many times as we possibly could. That was reasonable. And I have been to some of the best, but unfortunately, I have yet to sample 1701 in my own hometown because doggone it, it's just hard to get in there. If you don't know James Broussard, everybody calls him Blue. He has, been part of the family business for a long time. They have Broussard's Mortuary. And Blue is the son of Jim, who I have known for as long as I have lived in this area, and have been friends with the Broussard family in a variety of different ways, in a working relationship, of course, for a lot of it. But Jim's son, Blue, started this barbecue, and I'm telling you, I have nothing but respect for him. This is a good story, and people just rave about their barbecue. But Texas Monthly dropped by. They did a really good job of laying out what he does, why he does it, what it's like. You can read it all. That might, only make the lines longer. You can see the hours there. As I mentioned, they're right there on Calder. And but here's the deal. And I like this. I've always liked this about good barbecue. You go to Lockhart and you go to one of the meat markets there, and that's what they're called, or they're called barbecue places, joints. If you're not there before the day's fixings run out, then you're just not going to get it, period. That's just the way it works, right? If you want brisket, you better get there early. If you want sausage, you better get there early. Now, it's not Franklin's in Austin, which is crazy because people stand there for hours in hopes of getting something. But every day I've been by, every time I've been by 1701, there is a line. And I'm like, I'll come back. I am going to have that barbecue within the next week. And it may be prompted by the Texas Monthly article, but congratulations to Blue and all of his workers there for grabbing the attention and getting it for a positive reason, because they're putting out a quality product that obviously people love and are enjoying. All right, let's check out a few more comments before we go this morning, see what's happening with people across Southeast Texas this morning. I want to try to pick up with places that we have not already been. Hi, Vicki. Good morning to you there in Hemp Hill. Linda Zachary, good morning to you. Hi, Joetta. How's the weather going to be for the weekend? We're going to go fish. You know what, Becca, I think you're good. Go fishing, but keep an eye on the sky. The weather percentages, the chances of rain go down dramatically after today. We're at like 40%, I think, or something today. But after that, I think you're going to be good. Tammy says, you look so much younger now that you shaved. I didn't like it, though. You look like a professor. Then it's a good thing I got rid of it, because I'm not smart enough to be a professor. Margaret Bertrand, she's watching in Orange. Hi, Lucille. Margaret, yeah. Also glad that you're commenting this morning. Miriam Parker is here in the house. Faye says she's recovering from COVID. Well, I'm glad you're recovering for sure. What else is going on this morning? I'm just trying to see. Okay, well, Margaret, as I said, is here. Joetta, Miriam, I've touched on a bunch of these. Go in and check the comments for yourself. You can respond to all of these if you want to. It's not just me. You can interact with everybody that's there on the bottom of the comment sheet as well. That's all I got today. That's it. I'm going to go and enjoy my weekend for sure. Grandkids coming over, spend the night. That's always a lot of fun. Enjoy that. And then a couple of days to do what we want around the house, right? Hope that you have Monday off for Labor Day. If you do, be sure to get up and join us. I'll be working. The crew's going to be there on Monday for the morning show. So come join us for that. And of course, if you need to catch on something in between, there's always newscasts going on KFDM and Fox 4, beginning at noon today and running throughout the day. Also, don't forget Facebook. You can catch us at KFDM News, also on my Facebook page. Plus, there's even a Dan's at Home update Facebook page. Also on Twitter, Morning TV Dan. And as I mentioned, YouTube, we do have a channel. It's Dan's at Home. Subscribe. You'll get notifications, and you can watch our morning updates. Plus, again, I remind you, hit me with a like one more time before you go this morning. It would be appreciated. I'll look forward to seeing you back bright and early tomorrow, Monday morning. And again, go out and make it a terrific day.